Have you ever stared into the mirror feeling exhausted and older than your years even though you are eating well, sleeping enough, and moving your body? What if the hidden thief stealing your vitality is not your schedule, but the toxic relationships in your life? The difficult people who leave you drained, anxious, and somehow biologically worn down. Welcome to this video, where we translate psychology into real-life motivation and science-backed solutions for navigating toxic relationships and protecting your biological age. If you are an American dealing with family stress, or those draining friends who seem to age you overnight, stick with me from the very first second, because what you are about to hear will shock you, empower you, and give you the exact tools to reverse the damage starting today. Recent groundbreaking research shows that toxic family members and friends are literally accelerating your biological age, making your cells age faster than time itself. And by the end of this, you will know how to set boundaries, communicate assertively, and reclaim the youthful energy you deserve. Picture this story that hits home for so many watching right now. Sarah, a 45-year-old mom from Texas, wakes up every day feeling 10 years older than her actual age. Her skin looks dull, her energy vanishes by noon, and her doctor keeps mentioning high inflammation markers that scream premature aging. The culprit is her sister, who turns every phone call into criticism, drama, and emotional demands. Sarah leaves those conversations with her heart racing, her mind spinning, and a knot in her stomach that lingers for days. She thought it was just normal family stuff, but deep inside she sensed her body was paying a terrible price. What Sarah discovered changed everything, and it is the same discovery that can transform your life too. Toxic relationships do not just hurt your feelings, they trigger a cascade of psychological and biological reactions that speed up how fast you age at the cellular level. Let us dive straight into the psychology that explains exactly why difficult people affect your biological age so powerfully. At the core is emotional contagion, a proven human behavior where one person's negativity, anger, or constant drama spreads to you like an invisible virus. Your brain automatically mirrors their emotional state, and suddenly you are carrying their stress long after the interaction ends. This leads to chronic cortisol, spikes the stress hormone that floods your system and refuses to shut off. In small bursts, cortisol helps you. But when toxic people keep it elevated day after day, it creates allostatic load, the cumulative wear and tear on your body and brain. Your immune system weakens, inflammation rises, and your cells begin to age prematurely. This is psychology translating real-life problems into physical reality. Chronic stress from these relationships keeps you in hypervigilance, bracing for the next conflict, and that constant alert mode literally reprograms your biology, making you feel and look older faster than your friends who enjoy peaceful connections. Now here comes the science that makes this impossible to ignore. A major study published in the prestigious journal PNAS analyzed thousands of American adults and delivered a wake-up call. Researchers identified hasslers, those difficult people in your social circle, who create tension, criticism, or emotional drain. The results were clear and shocking. For every single toxic relationship, your biological age accelerates by about 9 months. That is a 1.5% faster pace of aging. Family members hit the hardest, because those ties are sticky and hard to escape, adding even more biological damage. The study measured this through advanced epigenetic clocks that look at DNA methylation patterns, showing exactly how stress changes gene expression at the molecular level. People with these hasslers also showed higher inflammation markers, like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, which are directly linked to heart disease, cognitive decline, and chronic conditions. On top of that, anxiety, depression, and overall mental health suffered dramatically. This is not opinion, it is measurable data from real American lives, proving that toxic relationships are aging you faster than smoking or poor diet in many cases. The research aligns with what experts have been highlighting about family stress and its role in accelerated biological aging. So how do you spot if difficult people are speeding up your biological clock right now? Listen to your body because it never lies. After conversations, do you feel completely depleted with racing thoughts and physical fatigue that lasts for hours? Do you dread family gatherings or certain phone calls because they leave you anxious and drained? Are you noticing faster graying hair, unexplained headaches, or wrinkles appearing despite your healthy habits? These are clear signals of elevated cortisol, emotional contagion, and the cellular aging process kicking into high gear. Millions of Americans are experiencing this exact silent epidemic. But the good news is, awareness is your first powerful step toward reversal. Recognizing the pattern gives you control, And that control is where real motivation and lasting change begins. The solutions are here, and they are practical, science-backed, and designed to protect your biological age while building stronger habits for life. The number one skill that experts say is rising to the top for success in 2026 is boundary setting, and it is your biological shield against toxicity. Start by auditing your relationships with complete honesty. Identify who lifts you up and who consistently pulls you down. Then decide on clear limits that honor your peace. For example, limit draining calls to just 10 or 15 minutes. Or choose neutral locations for meetings instead of letting them invade your home space. Boundaries are not selfish. They are self-care that lowers cortisol instantly and slows epigenetic aging. Pair this with assertive communication, the habit that changes everything. Use I statements to express yourself calmly and powerfully, like, "I feel overwhelmed when conversations turn negative, and I need space to protect my energy." This approach stops emotional contagion in its tracks, diffuses conflict, and shows the other person you value the relationship, but not at the cost of your health. Practice these phrases daily in front of a mirror until they feel natural, because every time you use them, your body recovers faster and your biological age benefits immediately. Next, master conflict mitigation so you never get pulled into endless drama cycles again. When tension rises, pause before reacting, and respond with calm phrases like, "I hear what you are saying, and I want us to connect positively, so let's talk when we are both calmer." This simple shift breaks the stress loop, gives your nervous system a break, and prevents cortisol from staying elevated for days. Layer on daily resilience habits that science proves counteract the damage. Spend 5 minutes each morning on deep breathing or mindfulness to reset your stress response and flush excess cortisol. Move your body consistently, because exercise releases feel-good chemicals that repair inflammation and slow biological aging. Most importantly, nurture positive relationships. Those friends or family who energize you, because supportive connections have the opposite effect. They actually slow your aging process and boost mental health. These habits are not complicated, but when practiced consistently, they become your daily armor, turning psychology into powerful real-life protection. Let me bring this full circle with Sarah's transformation, because her story proves every word of this works. After years of suffering, she finally audited her connections and set firm boundaries with her sister. She practiced assertive communication in one honest conversation and started limiting exposure while pouring energy into uplifting friends instead. Within just a few months, Sarah's energy returned. Her inflammation markers dropped dramatically, and she looked in the mirror, seeing a younger, more vibrant version of herself. Her doctor was amazed at how quickly her biological age indicators improved, and Sarah felt motivated like never before. She no longer carried the emotional weight, and her days became lighter, freer, and full of purpose. This is the motivational power of applying these tools. You can do exactly what Sarah did and watch your own life shift. You have the power right now to navigate toxic relationships and stop them from stealing your biological youth. Every boundary you set, every assertive word you speak, and every positive connection you choose is an investment in aging gracefully with vitality and strength. Science shows us clearly that the balance of your social network matters more than we ever realized, and by protecting your peace, you are choosing longevity over exhaustion. Imagine waking up each day without dread, feeling energized, motivated, and in full control of your habits, your mindset, and your health. That future is waiting for you, and it starts with one small decision today. As someone living in America, where family pressures can feel overwhelming, know that psychology gives you the edge to rise above it all. Translate these insights into action, and you will not only slow your biological aging, but you will thrive in ways you never thought possible. If this message is resonating deep in your soul, take that first step this week. Set one boundary practice, one assertive phrase, or reach out to someone who truly lifts you up. Your body, your mind, and your future self will thank you with renewed energy and a younger biological age. You are not alone in this journey, and change is absolutely possible. If you are ready to protect your peace and live with more motivation, comment below with one boundary you are committing to today, because sharing your story might inspire the person watching next to you. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos that translate human behavior, psychology, and habits into science-backed motivation that actually transforms lives. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. You deserve to age beautifully strong and free from the weight of toxicity. Start now, watch your life transform, and remember, your peace is your power.